Hello, friends. Ryan here, up top, letting you know that if you already haven't, we are recording our End of G1 AMA, that's Ask Me Anything, episode on Sunday, October 15th. It's the end of the U.S. run proper, but we will certainly do more episodes filling in, like the Headmaster series, Japanese, things of this nature, that are ancillary to G1 in the U.S. But in the meantime, if you haven't already, we have a Google Docs form where you can submit up to 3 questions ahead of time, and we will answer them on the show at our discretion, of course. The form is pinned to the top of our Twitter. It's on our Facebook, both at APDC. It's also public on our Patreon. Hey, you got Q's? We got A's. It should be a fun time. I wrote, it should be a fun time, so be a part of the action. What if it isn't? What if it's just the worst? That should be a good listen, too. If you can't find the form for whatever reason, DM us or email us, apodcast@gmail.com, and we will juice you up. So that's it. Submit your queries by October 15th. Be there and be square. Now, on with the show.
My neck is stiff.
Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost.
Hello, friends, and welcome to the Autopod Decepticast, a bi-weekly podcast that delivers an episode-by-episode breakdown of the original G1 series. We're not going to be saying that for much longer.
No?
What are we going to say?
I don't know. The original
Beast Wars series.
Sure. But for now, this is our episode 213, Transformers episode number 97, The Rebirth, part 2. That is airing November 10th, 1987. One day before Victoria's birthday.
Yep.
It's everybody's birthday.
These all aired one day after, like 3 days in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how they did it.
Bing, bang, boom.
Nah.
I'm your host, Aaron.
I'm Caleb.
I'm Ryan.
Really brought it down.
I thought you were going to say more.
Nope. In fact, I got nothing. What do
No
you guys want to
intro?
talk about? Anything happening? We got sports. Chiefs lost. Blah.
It's Cardinals aren't doing good. Ooh,
Oh,
boo.
no.
Oh, it's sports.
Trump, he's in the news.
Ooh.
Oh, my God.
Have you heard he's been arrested? 3 times. Mugshot.
Homina, homina, homina.
West and I watched the first season of Chainsaw Man last night.
Is it good?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. We both really enjoyed it.
I've never heard of it.
You've never heard of it?
What?
I'm sure you've seen the image. It's a guy with an
Chainsaw?
anime with a chainsaw, with a guy with a chainsaw for a head and arms.
Oh, nope. Can't say I have. I've been watching. I'm not trying to gloss over this. Let's look at this real quick. It's anime. Ah, okay. No, but I'll have to ask my child about it.
It's really. It's There's some like. He is a teenager, so he is a little obsessed. There's some girl obsession in it, that's pretty par for the. It's done in a funny way, and it's pretty par for the course for some anime.
So is he like a lumberjack or what?
He is not.
Oh, okay.
He's
an arborist.
I like it a lot. It's really fun.
I've been watching. That sounds cool. I'll check that out.
Thank you.
I've been watching.
What a transition.
I've
to
been
himself.
watching Reservation Dogs, which is a fantastic television show about Native Americans.
Never heard of it.
Oh, really?
I never heard of Native Americans.
You mean indigenous people?
Those First
Nations.
Yeah.
It's in the kind of style of Trailer Park Boys, or is it more dramatic?
No, it's
Is
more dramatic. It's got more depth than that.
Caleb gets follow-up questions. All right.
It's
He gave you some half-hearted ones.
Is he a lumberjack?
watch Reservation Dogs. It's really good.
What we've been watching the Thweet household. We've been watching Only Murders in the Building. You guys watch that one?
I saw parts. I saw
On
most of the
Hulu?
first season.
That's really good.
Yeah.
It's in its 3rd season now. We watched the 3rd season of Righteous Gemstones on HBO. Have you all seen that?
I have. It's good.
It's good. There's like a dick every episode.
They love throwing that dick in there.
And they continue that in season 3, if you were wanting to know.
Yeah.
feel like we finished. Oh, I watched Yellow Jackets with Victoria, which is a Showtime / Paramount show about some high school girls in the 90s. They are a soccer team, and they crashed somewhere mysterious, and weird shit happened to them.
Lord of the Flies, girl style.
Yeah, with like sprinkled in some Lost dynamics. Goes back and forth between their time in the forest where they were trapped to the modern times as adults. Anyway, it's pretty good. I think it's worth watching.
Right on.
It's not bad.
That's what we've been watching, everybody. Well, you all been watching,
I don't
everybody.
have these premium services.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
How'd you watch Chainsaw Head?
I mean, I do have Hulu, but it's not a premium. It's just it's a regular subscription.
You could watch Only Murders in the Building, starring Steve Martin,
Yeah.
Martin Short, and Selena Gomez.
I know what it is. I didn't. I thought it looked like something I would not enjoy.
It's charming. You like charming things?
Like Tinkerbell.
It's kind of like Tinkerbell.
Yeah.
She's got a tude.
Yeah. It's like, That's like if she can make noises.
If you think there isn't Tinkerbell porn out there, you're wrong.
Oh, I'm sure there's everything porn out there.
It's really quite disturbing.
This is our best pre-show banter of all time.
Oh, I got one more thing then. If you want some more.
Yeah.
I realized this weird thing that I do, like whenever Wes and I are having a conversation or something, and I'm getting ready to like go out in the garden or whatever, and I'm going outside, and I open the door, and I'll say the last thing I'm going to say, but it's almost always invariably something inappropriate. Like I'm just shouting into the yard, and that's why her vulva was so puffy, or something like that. And I'm like, oh, good. I've realized I've been doing this, so who knows what the neighbors think.
So your quirk is to just throw out a nasty non sequitur.
No, I didn't say it was a non sequitur.
Oh, it's related to
It's
what
always
you're
related.
talking-
Oh, I got the
okay.
impression that you, as you were going out the door,
It's not
you-
like
it just
catchphrase.
triggers you to
Yeah.
like have a Tourette's-like moment.
No, it's not a catchphrase.
except you're in control.
It's always related, but it's usually something horrible.
so you guys just have a lot of horrible conversations,
Yeah,
and then
it's great.
and then you're saying that as you're going outside.
Yep.
Okay.
That's
Well,
that keeps the neighbors away.
yeah. I'm sure there's more than that keeps the neighbors away from this place.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think you're doing a good job there.
There's just a perpetual dark cloud over this house,
surprised-
but only this
I'm
house.
sure the mailman has a sense of dread every time he comes around.
It's
Well,
'cause
with all
I-
the spiders on the porch, I would
Yeah.
too.
There's just one.
What
One guy.
if the kids on the street are like, "Don't go to that house; it's creepy."
Yeah, don't go to that house.
Yeah. Do you give it candy out for Halloween?
I put a bowl out, so I can't be answering the door.
Full of razor blades, though.
Oh, it's good candy, I'm sure. But fermented, whatever you
Hot
make.
sauce?
Yeah,
You have any of that for us?
I do.
he sure
It's
does.
up on the chopping block.
I just
up
tried
there.
some. It's really
I
good.
already ate all your pickles.
No, nice.
Ran right through them.
I got more, and they
They
ran right through me.
I'm trying to think. Is there anything else going on? Nobody's going to TFCon.
No.
Nobody is. I've heard. Nobody is.
I did see Mike bought a ticket for Orlando
Yeah, it makes me sad. Not for him, but that I'm not
for everyone at
going.
Orlando.
They're gonna miss us so much. Feel sorry for everybody. They're gonna miss us.
Let's see. I'm going to Austin. I'm going to Miami for work.
Gigolo.
Gigolo.
Drug deal.
Just trying to think of something that would be weird and like something in Miami.
I'm going to Florida in between Christmas and New Year's. We are committed to going to Disney World between right after Christmas and up to New Year's.
Wow, you're committed?
Did you see they closed that Star Wars hotel?
Yeah, it was too much. It's too
Yeah, it
fucking
was.
expensive.
It's like $5,000 for
Yeah.
2 days.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
They built Disney.
Star Wars Experience Hotel.
They built this huge. They dropped all this money on this really nice hotel. It's like you're in Star Wars
Yeah,
world.
it was very cool.
It's like
looking.
immersive. The problem is it was like $5,000 to like stay, and they just couldn't get. They finally hit the ceiling.
Well, and you could
Surpass
only
it.
stay 2 days. That was it.
Oh,
It was
really?
2 days or nothing.
Well, that's
And so, like, a lot of people like to stay at, for like a week.
yeah, we're staying for 4
at
days.
Disney World.
Yeah, because there's multiple parks. So we've done it a few times, but yeah.
So it's a 2-night immersive adventure.
Yeah, it was.
it was. It's.
I don't know if it's officially closed yet, but they're closing it.
It
Yeah.
seems like they could, adjust their pricing structure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they've already invested all this money?
They have lost a lot of money on it.
Sounds like a mistake.
So I'm staying at the park, but I'm staying
Not
at
there.
The next level, the next level above the lowest possible level of
You're
expense.
staying at the Ewok Village.
It's just staying at on Tatooine.
It's just sand.
Just sand. Sucks.
Let's get those evaporators, right? Star Wars fans.
I was just glad he said sand because I'm like, I don't know which planet this is.
That's where they raise
Hoth.
Luke.
That's the ice one, right?
That's right.
Ooh, that would be.
Oh man, I am a
that'd be
nerd.
incredible.
You have to sleep inside a tauntaun.
Yeah, I love it. Oh, see, you should work for that. You should pitch these.
I should be an Imagineer.
Yes, you should be. You should be.
I got a lot of really radical ideas, Walt.
He's dead, you know.
Is he though?
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
He's frozen in an ice
With
block.
Hitler.
Yeah. They're just in a bunker talking about
Oof, I don't know about
anti-Semitic
this
stuff.
Jewish mouse. That's Hitler. That's my Hitler.
Oof. Your Hitler sounds like Sacha Baron Cohen's Bruno.
Well, yeah, I like that movie.
All right. This is a great time to shout out the patrons.
Rudy Giuliani is my favorite.
I'm sure they would love to be associated with this. That was Borat, by the way.
Oh, was it? Borat
Fucking
2?
idiot.
The second one? I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Giuliani got another terrible person.
He was putting the microphone. He was adjusting the microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a piece of shit.
I'm even aside from all that.
Oh yeah, not even that. That's not even. That's like almost the cutest thing he's done.
Yeah. All right, patrons, you're welcome, and thank you to Alpha Magnus, Debbie, Jeremy, Skeeter, Mr. Sadler, Mike Seibert, Bono, Michael Trimblett, Justin R., Jonathan, Robinus Prime, Classic Daniel, Safubi Samurai, Chandler, Jay Soups, Maddie V, Nick the Toy Mad Dad, Ken Buckham,
Oh yeah, it's a big Ken.
DFB Greg Murray, Captain Alexis, Corey, James and Julia, Michael Ordway, Tim Dubs, Jason from Cracktastic Plastic, Thomas, Justin B, Triclops, Alex, Simon, New Daniel, Seven the Chronicler, Argonus Prime, The Unknown Patron, Brian Jones. It's a long echo.
We're in a canyon.
Rick, a.k.a. Autobot 1000, and Zarmat, a.k.a. Mark. I flipped it.
Ooh, it
Flip
sounds
it,
like
really
sounds like one of the Hive.
Ryan, hurry up and get us something that would sting like a giant jade scorpion.
I'm getting right to it.
Yeah, let's get
Pitter patter. Let's get at her.
better. Have you been watching Letterkenny?
That existed.
Come on.
before this.
No, it didn't. Caleb, I don't know if he's just goofing on his phone or if he's pulling a
Trying to
stunt.
find another podcast to be a host of.
No, I thought we'd, while Brian's making that drink, we just kind of wander over here into the Disney World theme park and just check it out.
Oh. Are we in Orlando or
Yep.
Los Angeles?
We're in Orlando.
Oh, okay.
It's warm.
All
It's
right.
nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is
man,
in
I
Los Angeles too.
You've been here before, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Look, it's
Hitler.
they've really lowered their human character game. Like
Yeah.
Hitler next to Snow White.
Yeah, it's weird. Well, he would stand next to someone that's Snow White, wouldn't he? Yeah. Yeah.
Well, here we are walking around the Magic Kingdom.
It is magical. I
Look at
love
this
it.
castle. What a
Yeah.
photographic moment.
Here, get a picture with me.
All right, selfie.
Ryan, will you hold this camera for us real quick? He just ran off. Well, I
All
got
right,
stuff.
he
I
doesn't
got
want
it.
anything
Cool.
to do with that. Ryan's here with us.
Yeah,
for the
he's
listener.
making drinks.
All right, the rides here. They got Small World. They got
They got this.
I actually.
They got
you
Small
know,
World, they
it's
got,
not a popular opinion. I like It's a Small World. Not for the song,
They
but
got
for the
Space
I like
Mountain?
the design of the environment that's in there.
You like Small World? Yeah, I like
it's
how they
like a
kept the
mid-century aesthetic.
Yeah, they kept it. Thunder Mountain's good
designy.
too.
Thunder
Mountain. No, that's not. That's Space Mountain.
How do you? Yeah, Space Mountain. I lost my wallet at Space Mountain. It fell out of my
You don't
pocket. They
you
had to ship it back to me. I had to take a plane the next morning. I didn't have my cards,
Oh, I remember
ID,
that.
nothing. It was a big pain in the ass.
How'd you get on the plane without your ID?
I had to go through a whole security rigmarole.
Are you Aaron Thwaite?
I
Yes.
did have one
Okay.
thing I did have that probably helped me out was I had a name badge from my employer, but I still had to go through enhanced security and
It's amazing they let you on.
stuff like that. How do you feel about the Aerosmith Rock and Roller Coaster?
I never rode it. I've walked by it, and I'm like, this is ridiculous.
I can't take anything about Aerosmith seriously.
I always bypass that one and go to the one where you go up in
The Hotel of Terror.
Yeah. I put that one. That actually, Hollywood studios in general, I'm not a big fan of, but except for the new Star Wars section is pretty fucking amazing.
It's all they got going.
It really is. Yeah, it really is.
I haven't been to this. Now we're going to Epcot. Sorry, hang on. Let's take the
yep.
tram. I haven't been on the new Guardians of the Galaxy yet.
I'm going to try it out.
Good.
I'm going to do it.
People like it.
Epcot's because I'm becoming an older person now, and I have problems with. No, I don't have problems. I just have certain interests. I like Epcot more than any other ones now. I could hang out.
I want to spend
Epcot
more time there just for the food and alcohol.
Yeah. I enjoy it. It's fun. There's little places where I don't know, man. It's a good one. I like one of my favorite restaurants in the whole place is. By the way, everyone's having a good time listening about Disney World here, right? Okay. There's like an Aztec themed restaurant in there that's really good too.
Yeah,
it's good stuff. Oh no! We're riding the roller coaster.
Here we go. This is the Frozen roller coaster we're on, which is a water ride. Actually, I don't know why the gears are grinding.
Do you got your wallet?
The Frozen ride was pretty good.
I lost my wallet. Oh no!
Oh, sorry. Well, here's what you got to do. Go fuck yourself because they were not helpful at all.
I don't have a cool name badge.
They did actually find my wallet and it got back to me like a week later, but they did not send me my credit cards. The only thing they would send back is the ID. They said they had to shred the credit cards. That's what they said and did. Well, I assume they did it.
Any cash in there?
I don't recall. Probably not. I never have cash. That's another ride. This one being the I don't know, Pirates of the Caribbean.
I like that ride.
We talked about that on an episode. I still think it is funny that all the characters are kind of cartoonish, except they just jam a real Jack Sparrow into the mix.
Make him look like Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
They go to a lot of trouble with that one.
I want to go to Nintendo Land in Universal. That is in
I've never heard of
Los
that.
Angeles. But I've heard it's mediocre at best. But it looks cool.
Best place in Universal, in my opinion, is the most expensive one, in my opinion. Where they take all my money is the Harry Potter experience. Fun, but god damn, it's expensive. Actually, Star Wars is probably now. You go in there with kids, you're coming out with a lot less money.
I gotta say,
a lot less money. What
is that ride that everybody gets in line and you have to try and get in early and do the thing remotely?
Oh, I forget which one that's called. But I did that. Yeah, I forget what it's called.
I feel like it was kind of a letdown for all the hype.
Ours broke.
Oh, no.
We had to bypass a whole section of the ride and still finish it.
I get technologically it's pretty impressive, but it didn't really get my blood pumping.
We're gonna do it again, regardless.
I think the one where you control a ship is more fun.
I
like
there's
4 people in there, and somebody's on missiles and somebody's on steering.
So if you had to choose one ride from each park in Disney World to ride, and that was it, how would you do it? Space Mountain is about my favorite. Yeah,
Space Mountain's good. From Animal Kingdom, the Avatar ride.
Okay, I have never been there. I'm going there this year.
Go do Avatar.
What about
it's the only thing about that franchise I can stand.
Yeah, I don't like Avatar.
Is that ride?
It's like Dances with Wolves with cartoons.
Cartoons.
That's what it is, right? It's a cartoon. Avatar's a cartoon. You can't.
It's like Roger Rabbit. There's occasionally a live action person in there.
It's a cartoon. Ryan.
Hang on, we haven't settled. Hang on, Epcot. What are we going on?
Well, probably the Guardians is probably the ride that's really cool now. But when I was there,
sight unseen.
Yeah, let's just do that.
I guess we're going up that Brer Rabbit one right now.
I think
that's not a Brer Rabbit ride anymore. They changed to a not Beauty and the Beast, the Kissy Frog one.
I know which one.
I'm going to get out of the park.
I can't remember the name of it.
Oh, all right, we're back home. Great segment.
What if Make a Wish kids wish is Song of the South the way it was?
Just a big Dukes of Hazzard ride. It's all in good fun. Ryan, this looks delicious. And the glass looks amazing.
I chose this cocktail for no particular reason other than it's from a classic 80s movie, The Blues Brothers, from a scene with the always fantastic John Candy, R.I.P., and it's very delicious, and I dressed this way because this is the closest approximation I could get to how he dresses in the movie, though I need to put on my shades because I have some aviator shades that look more like the glasses he had.
John Candy.
John
I didn't know
Candy.
he was in that movie.
Yes.
I guess everybody was in
He's
that
a
movie.
detective. He's a police officer. He's a detective in it.
And he orders this drink.
Well, you look great.
You look
And
great.
this drink looks great.
You smell great.
So what is this
It
drink?
looks like an Orange Julius.
The story goes that John Candy had a buddy who owned an Orange Julius franchise, and this drink, which
hell,
Candy's
dude.
character orders for the cops at the show near the end, was some kind of weird sideways marketing, which it just sounds like an apocryphal story. I could not find any
nothing to
receipts
back it up.
online. So this is the Orange Whip, 4 ounces or 120 mils of fresh orange juice. Not like Michael Andrews with his store-bought garbage.
Yeah, I'm just gonna mix the pineapple in there too.
There was pineapple in that drink, though.
Your impression of Michael Andrews is your same.
Hey,
as
I'm Michael Andrews. No, it's a little different. Hi, I'm Mike Seibert, and this is.
Oh, you.
I'm
raised it up
Michael
an
Andrews.
octave. Okay.
I'm Michael Andrews.
Real Rich Little over here.
Not offensive at all.
All right, so 4 ounces of orange juice, 1 ounce or 30 mils of rum, which just use white, regular, just-ass rum. Like Bacardi's fine. You don't want a lot of funk in it. 1 ounce of vodka, a half ounce, 15 mils of triple sec, and 2 ounces or 60 mils of heavy cream. And you can do this 2 ways. You can shake it with crushed ice or use your whirly foozle blender, and then open pour into a fun glass and garnish with an orange wheel. Orange
Cool.
whip.
Oh, let's try it. Cheers to you.
I like these glasses, Ryan. Perfect.
Never had anything like that before.
To me, it does taste like an Orange Julius, or what I remember Orange Julius tasting like.
Just a little hit of that rum. This would be good with an egg blended in it.
Yeah,
Foam it up, Chris.
I like it. I would like it, oddly, to be a little. Normally, I don't like sweet. I'd like this to be a little sweeter, maybe with like some cinnamon or nutmeg or something to spice it up a little
You're
bit.
trying to Christmas it up.
Yeah, I am actually. I'm kind of leaning towards holiday on this, oddly enough. Why?
Why? Well, it's getting into the season. I mean, we're
or-
still in spooky season.
Yeah, it seems like you could add one more thing to this, and it would be.
Well, I'm not.
I know that's fine.
Took that really personal.
No. I just think it's interesting because I mean, this drink is basically just really simple, and it's just it's
I
like
like
the
it.
golden retriever of
I
drinks.
like it the way it is, Ryan. Just like I like you.
Thanks.
Vanilla, maybe. I keep wanting to take it towards the holidays. How about
Vanilla wouldn't hurt it.
No, it'd be great.
It may not help it.
This is like the most critiques I've ever gotten on a cocktail. I'm not it's a bad thing.
Interesting. No, I like it a lot.
It's not a critique. You're inspiring creativity.
Yeah, I like.
Nate.
No, I said it's good. I mean, critiques are also creative or can be constructive.
Cloves. How about cloves?
No, I don't like cloves. Could you just put it in the trash?
I do remember, like saying this is what I remember an Orange Julius tasting like. I haven't had one forever. I remember I used to go whenever Aladdin's Castle, the arcade, was in the mall, the Battlefield Mall, and going and getting like Orange Julius or like Sbarro or Arby's, and then going and spending them quarters.
I love
Orange Julius was the shit.
Sbarro's. I loved Sbarro's pizza, even though I think it was more nostalgic than anything. I liked Sbarro's a lot.
It's kind of sad to think about Aladdin's Castle. That was the premier arcade in Springfield, Missouri.
It was awesome.
It was really awesome, but it was huge. But it slowly lost square feet over time to where it was basically like a single Nintendo where they had like the 40 games in the in the cabinet
display model
type thing in a corner. And now it's nothing. It's
a jewelry store.
Is it a jewelry store?
Part jewelry store and then something else.
Yeah.
The whole mall thing, though, it's going on.
That's
yeah,
true.
malls
It is
are kind of dead.
I went there recently. I bought a couple new shirts, and I was stark how pathetic it is.
I mean, it's just,
It was weird how
Things
like
change.
it became a thing in the 70s, got huge in the 80s, and then just slowly petered out in the 90s to now.
Yeah.
It's that dang internet.
Yeah, that
Is
internet-
it?
Yeah.
I think it plays a role.
Liberals.
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah.
All right, last episode recap. A fresh flock of Transformers, that is. fiercely fight for a key to energy of the plasma persuasion. On Cybertron's tumultuous terrain, the soldiers electrify the air with sizzling surges of sparks. Lost in the vast vacuum of space, the Autobots stumble across an uncharted cosmic canvas, culminating camaraderie with a captivating culture. Bound by unbreakable bonds, they brave the bionically questionable choice to contribute their own craniums to clinch their fashionable friend's fateful future. I could have
It's another chat one.
delivered that better.
future.
That's not ChatGPT. I made that.
Cool.
I just was asking, dude.
ChatGPT would turn that into a musical.
Say no. It's not to say no, dude. Calm down.
Join us now for The Rebirth, Part 2, written by David Wise, drawn with the loving craft that only ACOM can bring us.
I have a lot more of this drink, Caleb. So if you want to try zhuzhing it up on the next round, I can do that.
Cool, man. Thanks. I'm down.
I just bring down a Christmas spice packet.
Yeah. Could you warm it up for me in the microwave? All right.
Caleb and his hot orange drink.
Ugh. I am excited to make some hot drinks for Christmas
They
this
always
year.
hit the spot when it's cold outside.
You got to admit, Caleb, this is refreshing.
Oh, I like it. What happened last time?
I just told you.
Well, that's right. You wrote it on. That's right on the chat. The chat bot.
GPT.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Chat GP3.
Oh,
ding, 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 Oh my God, are we in a railroad?
The arms down. Don't cross the tracks. Gonna get smashed. After a quick recap, we're going to see Spike putting the finishing touches on the Autobots' new headmaster technology. We go through a little high school gym class, basketball, pick a team exercise. Duros takes Hardhead because they both like to fight. Arcana chooses Brainstorm. They're both smarty pants fuckfaces. Styler bonds with Chrome Dome, leaving Gort with Highbrow, not his first choice.
Yeah, that was kind of shady. He literally says, not my first choice, but he'll do. I also find it interesting that, so the Nebulons get to choose the Autobots they want to bond with. Like, shouldn't this have been a conversation at all?
Right. So when the Autobots come to,
They don't know who's in them.
aside from RC.
Right. Speaking of, she bonds with Daniel.
Once again, they're carrying his
Yeah.
body.
I would
Makes me
like-
uncomfortable.
Because, see, they don't put him in an exosuit. They just dump him in her
Yeah.
head.
Yeah, that's smart. Remove the helmet. Yeah, he kind of comes to.
But then his arms
Are in these
are,
robot things.
which are reminiscent of
The exosuit.
the exosuit.
But then everyone else has the same arms, too.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know if they have guns on them, but
So this
Sorry.
is his life now. This is him. This is Daniel's living inside.
well, in a minute we'll see him out in the exosuit. But yeah,
I mean, it just seems like
maybe that's what part of the 5-parter was. This was expanded to where they did have like a mixer where the Nebulons and the Autobots got to know each other. Headmaster Love Island.
like they rotate like what are those speed dating?
Oh, speed dating. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
If I were a fruit, what fruit would I be? It's the dating show, dating game, whatever. There was a murderer on that show,
Really?
Rodney Alcala.
One that we know of.
Well, yeah, probably more than one.
Let's say probably.
He
I
got
feel like
caught
people on other dating reality shows have ended up being murderers. I feel like there was one that chopped up his girlfriend and put her in a suitcase. They found it in a dumpster somewhere.
That episode was fucked up.
The
It
producers
was
need
just
better morals.
I think someone should intervene. So Daniel, stuck inside the head. He's like, huh? Wakes up, moving around.
I can move now for some reason. Everyone hops in their chosen head, and then giant claws, like those carnival crane games, descend from the ceiling, pick up the heads, and place them on their respected owners. They all exchange some banter, some witty, some combative, some sentimental. But it's time to go fight.
Yeah, isn't Highbrow goes, I got you. But they're both jerks.
Yeah. He's like, I'm not too happy about it either. And I don't understand. They haven't done anything to play up why.
No.
It's not. We don't know enough about Highbrow to think of him as an abrasive character. or why they might have some beef. Like Highbrow stole his leftover half sandwich out of the break room.
Well, that's what we didn't see is at the mixer he threw wine on him. Pushed him in the pool.
Nobody wants Highbrow. They
Maybe they'll become enemies to lovers.
I hope so.
I love that trope.
The Autobots and Nebulans head to the robot-infested forest to take each other out for a test drive. Things are a little awkward at first, but soon the Nebulans' knowledge guides the Autobots to victory. The team beats up the Hive machines, but we shift our point of view to the underworld deep inside the planet. The Hive has been watching this destruction. They recognize the voices of their rebel rivals. They're going to continue to keep an eye on this situation to see if there's an advantage to gain.
I did like the part, because they are, like the Nebulans are telling him exactly how to take these machines down, and the part with Highbrow and Gort, Highbrow's like, that panel right there, anything you put in it will cause a short circuit, and Highbrow goes, like what? And Gort says, like your fist, which I thought was fun. That was very funny.
Did they really need to bond to pass along the machines? Like, tear off a tentacle, shoot that hole.
Well,
like they didn't need to do this whole procedure for this.
That, yes, but they also show them, like, when they're shooting later or whatever, controlling their aim as well.
Great. That wouldn't be difficult. Imagine I'm holding a gun trying to shoot a target, and Caleb's behind me trying to guide my arm for me.
Again, they give him control.
It's a terrible idea.
I don't like any of this either.
Well, I don't know. I thought it was fun. Maybe part 1 walked so part 2 could run, which just turned into an accidental poem.
Back on Cybertron, they're still fighting. You got Abominus versus Aerial Bots. There's your combiner, Ryan. You're looking for him earlier.
If
one of those Nebulans farts inside the head, does the head smell it?
Do they have
They might as well have olfactories.
They got noses.
Yeah, that's just. For
I do love
aesthetics.
this part where
can other headmasters hear it, like farting, the echo inside his head?
we see.
Ryan's trying to move off it.
No, I just had something to say because we just saw Prime run through a doorway.
Yeah.
Just like Ultra Magnus. Did you have a part about that?
Just that you got Abominus, Aerial Bots, Prime Magnus, the clones are back, that spy guy. There's no signs of Hot Rod Cup or the Plasma Energy Key. So that's Prime randomly runs off to root out a resolution. Yeah. And I was surprised that Prime didn't say, whenever they're like, we can't find those guys, that Prime didn't say, this means something big is about to happen.
It's all coming true. But yeah, Ultra Magnus is like, where are you going? And he's like, Prime runs through a doorway and says to find some answers, which I feel like is his move, because in the previous episode we saw him do the same thing, run through a doorway away from Ultra Magnus to find some answers.
Prime just doesn't like Ultra Magnus. The Decepticons on Nebulon regroup at the Revenge. Remember, they've captured Blur Cup, Hot Rod, and 3 of the new guys who are Point Blank, Sure Shot, and Crosshairs. It is like watching a Joe episode. It is a pain in the ass to get all these names straight.
Yeah.
I don't love it. And if I get lazy at some point, just go with it. The captive Autobots are like Destro in Joe HQ. They don't talk. But unlike the Joes, the Decepticons aren't afraid to use torture.
No.
Scourge sends surges of electricity up Cup's keister.
And then Hot Rod's like, you want to torture somebody to torture me?
He's so noble.
Or he likes it.
Yeah.
I think he's just calling their bluff.
That would be funny.
They're not going to really torture
him. They send electricity up his ass, and he just comes in Scourge's face. Gotcha, bitch.
Oh, stop it. Oh, daddy.
Cyclonus tells Scourge that they are wasting their time. If any of these guys had the key...
He calls them losers, like Donald Trump.
If any of these losers had the key, the other Autobots would be all over them right now. But they are all over them.
Yeah, they come out of the fucking the brush, and they're just like, that's exactly where we are, Scourge. Good job. Good job. Way to tip them off for no reason.
The freshly co-joined couples attack. The new powers granted by the Headmaster procedure allow the 5 Headmasters to fuck the Decepticons up. Is it 5 or 4? Yeah, it's 5 because of RC.
And this battle scene I do like. I think this is pretty fun.
Yeah, I do like the action dynamic of how the heads can flip, like the acrobatics of the head flipping off and the going back and forth from robot to vehicle. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I just think it's more dynamic than the other one where they were just standing and shooting. This one, they're all in motion all the time.
Right. But it's still ACOM, so don't expect anything too crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's all transformy, head poppy, more transformy goodness. The robots and the humans together are better. Unfortunately, the Hive is still watching, and now they are hip to the fact that the Autobot heads are now exosuits for the rebellious rivals.
Yeah, there you go, Caleb. You just saw Daniel in his exosuit.
Yeah, so instead of really turning into like a smaller transformer like these guys, like he has his own exosuit. So are those Nebulons inside of those transformer bodies?
Yeah, it's like a power suit.
Can they get out of those suits?
I feel like we debated this for a while.
I know.
We don't know. I don't see why they couldn't, although Daniel shouldn't.
Well, if he did, he would be that stuck in that state of being like a quadriplegic.
Right.
So he's stuck in. It just sounds. I don't know. It sounds sad.
Well,
like we've talked about,
but he gets to be with his best friend
for
RC
years.
all
We've
the
talked
time.
about D is for danger and Daniel, and he ends up becoming.
D is for disabled.
Now it's D is for disabled. That's right.
Except he's not.
I can't wait to be in a robot body. Sounds fucking tits.
You'll have tits, I'm sure.
Nah, I'm no Greedy Gus.
Hey, Ryan, there's plenty of tits to go around. You want some tits? You can have some tits.
I'm sorry. I got to get these out of the house. My wife is real mad. I thought we'd be moving these tits a lot faster. Let's get like 8 of them on you.
Yeah, you will. You'll have more than 2 tits.
He would have garage sale tits.
He'll have tits all over him. It's everywhere.
There's kind of a
Beautiful
Cronenberg
fucking tits,
movie
man.
like that.
A Cronenberg movie?
Yeah, where it's body alterations and shit. I mean, it's all those movies are like that. I'm blanking on the name.
Is it the newest one with Alexander Skarsgård?
No. Are you thinking he did one? Are you thinking of his son?
Alexander Skarsgård.
No, I know, but Brandon Cronenberg works with Skarsgård a lot. I didn't know if David Cronenberg
I didn't know there was a multi-generational Cronenberg situation.
Yeah, Brandon Cronenberg did a really fucked up movie called I'm not doing any of the names today, but like with Alexander Skarsgård, that's pretty fucked up and pretty good. I mean, he's definitely a chip off the old block.
There you go.
I don't think I've seen any Cronenberg movies.
You've seen The Fly. You haven't seen The Fly.
Aaron shakes his head.
Well, I don't know where to go from here.
Let's go back to the show. Then.
Let's do it. The Hive has learned about the technological development, and they may find that useful.
I'll just point out, because I make a note of it in script deviations later, that one of the guys is like, exterminate, exterminate.
They aren't very good with words.
Oh, well, there's a reason specifically that's in there.
Oh.
A David Wise reason.
Nice. In Cybertron's depths, Magnus is still tagging along with Optimus Prime.
What are you doing?
Where are you going to get the answers? They've had plenty of time to walk and talk. Why are they waiting till right now?
Fucking Aaron Sorkin.
From the one who created me, Alpha Trion is where Prime is going to get the answers.
In Vector Sigma.
But he's in Oh, okay. We're at Vector Sigma.
Yeah, it makes sense since this is a David Wise script that Alpha Trion and Vector Sigma would be in it.
He's always he was on the Aerial Bots episode, right?
Yep.
Only he knows the true nature of
I think
Vector
he's
Sigma.
the only one who did Vector Sigma episodes.
Prime is going to merge with Vector Sigma, and he pulls out the Matrix husk and jams it in the ancient supercomputer.
It looks like it's earned a little bit more wisdom. It's sparkling again.
Yeah.
Maybe a little.
Or it's just an ACOM fuck-up.
That's 2 months of wisdom.
Because he literally says it's a husk. So I think it's just an ACOM fuck-up.
Maybe put like an LED in it for
like a cosplay?
Yeah.
He's just got his iTunes collection in there.
Yeah. I downloaded something. It's good for something.
Apple bottom jeans, boot
Yeah.
with the fur.
What does Prime listen to?
Did you know that I learned recently that song, the reason why that's a battle between the two different kinds of women is because, and I may get them switched around, but because Flo Rida likes a fancy lady and T-Pain likes a sloppy bitch.
Yeah. Good for them.
I did not
Good for
Know the backstory of that song?
I just learned it the other day
Wow.
through West, who told me about it.
So, our apple bottom. Which camp does the apple bottom?
That's the fancy girl.
Oh, okay.
The one who's wearing Reeboks is the sloppy bitch.
Oh shit, man! Reeboks are all right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. I'm not getting involved.
It's not about the shoes, really.
I'm not getting involved.
We should just stay out of it.
Stay out of that shit.
Have you guys seen that? Because like
I haven't seen the video.
No.
I always thought it was a Nelly song.
Well, he had.
Nope.
Yeah, I thought Nelly
The
was
chorus
the one that made
sounds
apple
like
bottom jeans.
I'm pretty sure it's Flo Rida and T-Pain.
Fuck. Okay, I'm pretty sure
All
it's
right,
Nelly
Caleb's
with
on
the
it.
apple bottom. You keep going. I'll find.
I was just gonna say, I don't know if you guys have ever seen that like tweet or whatever it is. Where I don't know where it originated, but it was like the woman is wearing apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur, and then he goes like they talk about the Reeboks and all that stuff, and they're like, my thesis is that she's a centaur. Thank you for coming to in this outline. I will include. If you don't pay real close attention to the lyrics, it does seem like they're describing a woman with 4 legs, but it's 2 different women.
Apple bottom jeans is a fashion brand for women launched in 2003 by rap artist Nelly.
The jeans, but not the song.
Well, this is in 2003. So when? Yeah, okay. I'm just saying. Apple bottom, Flo Rida.
Nothing whiter has ever been said.
It's what they put in our water.
None of this matters.
I would love if he was not named after Florida, but was named after Flowride. Flowride. God damn it, I can't say it. Flowride.
Flowride is a new toothpaste put out by Flowrider. Yeah.
Missed opportunity.
I don't even know what we're
Did
talking.
you get the answer?
Well,
We've been doing
the
this
apple
forever.
bottom jeans came first.
Maybe.
The jeans are not the point.
No, Flowrider didn't come out. That thing didn't come out to like 2008.
I was just saying Nelly didn't do the song.
Gotcha. I misunderstood it. I'm sorry. I totally concede whatever we were trying to do.
Flowrida and T-Pain.
Yeah, that's the song, and
Which is all I was talking about.
You
got caught up on the jeans.
I sure did.
I don't know why.
The name of the song is actually Low.
Yeah,
Well, we were talking about Reeboks and stuff. I
because
thought
it's
it was
in
like,
the song.
I thought it-
Have you ever heard the song?
No, I
crackers.
haven't.
You have definitely heard the song. I'm gonna put it in now.
Apple bottom jeans and the boots with the fur.
All up there
how was it-
looking at her.
And how it was connected to the Transformers episode?
That's
How do
what
we-
Prime was listening to in his MP3 player.
That's right. That's how we got here.
The Matrix of music.
Oh my god.
This is why people come to the show, for the digressions that have nothing to fucking do with Transformers at all.
2 stars.
Don't let children listen.
All right, so a bright light envelops Optimus Prime. It emerges, and we switch scenes to the Decepticons, who are having a bad day. They're taking some lumps. The Revenge is ultimately destroyed, but the Decepticons escape.
Okay, right here, where Scourge lands on the Revenge with Cyclonus, Scourge says, "They're demolishing us. We must find a way to get clear of them." And then they run away from the open door of the ship.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they're below the ship, and the
Right.
ship gets exploded. I'm
Yep.
pretty sure it's just another ACOM fuck-up.
So that's RIP for the Revenge.
I guess.
I don't know if they destroyed it, but they made, it was pretty bomby.
I love that. I love that ship.
There's a lot of fire.
It's lasted as long as like half a dozen Autobot ships.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it was built with the power of Unicron.
True, it was.
The Autobots free their friends. We transition to a scene of Cyclonus, Scourge, and the rest of the cons doing a walk of shame. The Autobots' secondary operators give them a distinct advantage, and here's where we get more forest claws
Yeah.
that everybody seems to love.
They're
I'm neutral. These are more like those
I know
those
exactly what you're
claws.
thinking about.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
No, I can't describe it any better than you're going to.
They're like the claws you could buy in the toy section, and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got a
Or
handle. And you
like the grabbers for elderly people who can't bend down.
yeah.
Or bend up.
Yeah,
Bend up.
that's what these are like. There's giant geriatrics that have reached over and picked up
They
Cyclonus and team.
like squeeze out like the the boxing glove.
That's one of my favorite Jackass stunts. They're in a hotel and they set up a giant boxing glove on one of those things, and the guys open the hotel door and they just get punched in the face by the boxing glove.
Everybody from that show turned out great.
I feel like Steve-O's doing all right.
Hey, he's doing okay. Johnny Knoxville's doing fine.
Yeah. I think you might just be thinking of Bam.
Second time we brought it up in 2 episodes.
This is the Bam Margera cast.
I don't know what's happening with Ryan.
He's dead.
He's dead.
Well, he's not doing good.
No, that's pretty much what fucked up. I mean, Bam went downhill after Ryan Dunn died.
Oh, that's very sad.
They were friends, and
really
I
sad.
think Bam needs to seek some therapy. And now is a good time to discuss BetterHelp.
How many times are we going to make this joke?
Claw hands.
Yeah, the claw hands.
The claw hands. Well,
Yes.
they pick up these guys and drop them in a hole.
Yes. Because they can't fly, right? Because they're Decepticons, right?
Good point.
They drop them on a conveyor belt, and this reminded me a lot of the movie with the digesting pool with the claws dropping them into the
for
conveyor.
sure. They do have a lot of claws on this planet.
That's the primary
But they
mechanism they
Yeah.
employ. Now, I didn't catch this when I watched it earlier, but the conveyor belt they drop them on is right in front of what the sharp-eyed viewer would see as future Scorponok.
Oh, yeah.
And there's even a Decepticon symbol already on it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I didn't notice the Scorponok either, but yeah, it's right there.
They travel across the conveyor belt, and until this point, we'd only heard voices and maybe a couple close-ups. But now the Hive leaders are fully revealed, and they demand their heads.
There's some real well-muscled, atrophied guys here. And then we go to commercial.
I like Zarek. Does his other eye ever open?
I don't.
Or is that just a thing?
I think he's just
I
had
swear
a stroke.
I thought it opened.
So we just
I
got
don't think so.
on the we just got a little sneak peek there of
I think that it was on the last one as well.
the people.
It was on the last
So the
one.
kids watching are like, "Who the fuck was that?"
Right.
So what?
Mom, get your wallet.
Mom, get your wallet out. Time to go to the store. Would they make a point to release the toy prior to the cartoon coming out? You know what I mean?
I'm
I
sure
would
they
imagine so.
tried to sync them up as well as they
Right.
could.
Yeah.
We all understand. We're back from the commercial. We understand the deal. The Hive wants to duplicate the procedure that was done to the Autobots. And after some violent negotiation, the deal is sealed, but with a twist.
Well, the violent negotiation is a bunch of crazy mechanical arms coming out of the walls attacking them. And this is the point where I wrote, I love that they have this super, high-tech technology, and it's all based on jointed arms with, medieval weapons on the end of them. Everything. Not only here, but, even the farming equipment and stuff looks like it's made out of
all
wrought
arms.
iron.
This is very
arms.
Chicago medieval torture museum.
Okay, I was about to say, where are you going with Chicago here? But
Ancient Chicago.
yes,
Yeah.
medieval Chicago.
Mm-hmm. The twist is that only the animals are going to become headmasters. Scourge, Cyclonus, Misfire, Slugslinger, and Trigger Happy will instead offer up their guns to the procedure. Offer accepted. Off with your heads.
Yeah.
Little hammers. Did you see that?
Yeah, they have hammers.
It
There's
is
a
so-
drill,
Fucking Hanna-Barbera.
and there's one with a literal mace on the end of it.
Like how it's like the animals kind of are like, why just the animals? And then Cyclonus just shoots
Shoots
his
them.
buddy.
So check it out.
Oh, the Lithonians?
There's a Lithonian in there.
Yeah.
What's
There-
up with that?
We cut to three guys, Zarek in the middle, and to his left is a Lithonian.
Yeah,
We'll see the Lithonians come back in a little bit, too.
I know. It's
There's
like,
a bunch of them.
what's up with that?
Well, these guys are
Acom.
wizards. Space wizards.
They are space wizards. I was just surprised to see him hanging out here.
It's almost like it's terrible animation that doesn't make any sense.
Are you saying that they just animated these guys so badly that they look like Lithonians?
No, I'm saying Acom put them in for no reason.
Just like, let's use these guys.
I guess they didn't have time for an additional animation model. But I feel like the Lithonians, and we'll get to it, are being used for a purpose, or that model is being used for a purpose, which I guess I could forgive. But that should be a humanoid sitting there.
That should be a
at the end of the
person.
day.
A Neblonian.
A Hive.
Whatever.
Do you think that this is like, the Lithonians were scattered amongst the galaxy and that the planet was destroyed, and some of them ended up here
Nope.
working for the Hive?
I don't think
I
so.
do not.
Sure looks that way.
I don't know. Signs point to yes.
I do like Zarek's voice.
I do too.
The Decepticons either pull off their heads or throw their guns in a pile. And then we transition to Cybertron Prime's soul is sucked into Sigma. He meets his mentor, Alpha Trion, who quickly gives up all the goods.
Which I think answers the question we asked back in The Return as to why Alpha Trion was in the Matrix. Was it a mistake? And I think the answer is yes.
Yeah, they didn't talk too much. Maybe there's just a hint of him in the Matrix.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, sure. I do like also, I think Prime just might be addicted to tripping through the Matrix.
Yeah, I mean, once you pop, you can't stop.
He's like, ooh, I'm going to get some of that Vector Sigma strain.
Very good.
Very good. Thank you.
Alpha Trion tells him that all of Prime's playmates are on Nebula. They were boosted there by the power of plasma energy. You see, plasma energy is some raw, pure shit, man. It's like a Carolina Reaper. You shouldn't put your dick in it.
Well, no.
No, definitely
Don't
not.
put your dick in that.
But the thing about it is it doesn't impact organic life. Bonus information for Optimus Prime.
Oh, yeah.
A second golden age is upon you, but to bring this prophecy to life, a human and Autobots' lives must merge. To top
And-
it all off,
Oh, go ahead.
we find out it is Vector Sigma itself that delivered information about the plasma chamber to Galvatron.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that sounds fucked up, but don't question it. Also, don't destroy the key to the plasma energy chamber.
I found it weird after Vector Sigma said all that. He also said, but he also hit up Optimus Prime for like $30,000.
Yeah. I had a similar note that was like, Prime's like, what the fuck? And Alpha Trion says not to question Vector Sigma's methods, which felt very God works in mysterious ways bullshit. And then he says, yeah, the key must not be destroyed. Vector Sigma commands it, which it felt like they're really hedging their bets of like, if this goes well, it's because Vector Sigma works in mysterious ways, and if it turns to shit, well, you didn't
It's
have
on
enough
you,
faith
motherfucker.
for what needed to be done, Prime.
I think Vector Sigma is some sort of this is like a Nigerian prince situation.
Or Scientology.
Yeah. By the way, shout out to that Masterson guy.
Oh, Danny
shit.
Masterson is going to
Oh,
prison?
yeah.
Oh yeah, for 30 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because he's a rapist.
Rapist.
Don't get raped.
Ashton Kutcher
Yeah,
and
Mila
Mila Kunis
Hey,
wrote
everybody,
letters to
don't
the
get raped.
judge to try and get some leniency for him.
That's unfortunate. It's just like Felicia Rashad defending
Oh,
Cosby.
Bill Cosby, yeah.
She didn't defend
It
Danny Masterson.
it took me a second to remember who Felicia Rashad is.
Apollo's mother.
Creed's mom.
Or not
Creed
Apollo's
Jr.?
mother.
What's it?
Adonis's mother.
Adonis. Apollo's mother would be weird.
Yep.
It should be old. Apollo 13. Rocky fights
Rocky
Apollo.
fights Apollo on the moon. God damn it.
I wish I could.
Classic joke.
I wish I could meet that guy again.
Let's reach back to like episode 25 for that.
Prime is zapped out of Vector Sigma into his mortal body. The Hive Nebulans have completed the Decepticon modifications. Their leader, Zarek, provides the authorization to commence bonding. Meanwhile, he has his own little side plan thing, which involves the entire Hive city.
I got my own shit going on.
Yeah. Whee! Back to Cybertron. Prime is burning out of there in an Autobot shuttle.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to get the key.
Nebulon.
Yeah, you stay here. I've got to go and I don't know.
Yeah.
Vector Sigma.
He says, "You're in charge, Magnus,
Yep.
but don't let me down like you did last time I did that." Remember the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a movie reference.
Yeah, I remember the movie.
Yeah. The Hive's take on the bonding procedure is a bit different. You may recall from last episode that the Hive have strong mental powers that allow them to control machines with their minds, but they have useless bodies. So instead of just walking into a head or gun like the Autobots organics did, they got into a secondary robot outfit, one that is in design looks like our extinct friends, the Lithonians.
So, whoa. So this is a third way where they're not turning into the heads at all?
Well, they do turn into heads or guns.
So what's the point of this extra step, you're saying?
Now you're starting to see.
So, I mean, this goes back to the conversation we had the other episode about can they get out? Can they not get out? I think this extra step, I assume, is because we know they can't use their bodies.
I see.
So they had to get it. They created these robot bodies and got into those. Maybe they needed other robots to get into these robot bodies. I don't know.
Oh, are you saying that who are the bad guys called? The Nebuloids again? What are they called?
The Hive.
The Hive.
Are you saying the Hives got into robot bodies that look like Lithonians that crawled into an additional body?
Yes, that's what I think.
All right.
That's the reason I say that is
crazy,
because
but
they can't walk.
No, but they certainly.
But then why wouldn't you just skip the Lithonians and make the heads?
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's
all right. It's almost like it's animated like shit.
The animation is not the problem. It's the whole concept.
I think it is ACOM not understanding the description.
I agree with you.
So you think these are Hive members
I think
in
that's
their
No. I am saying even with the Autobots, I think ACOM does not understand the description of what headmasters are.
Yeah. Yeah, they're getting all confused about the functionality.
But I'll go with your theory.
It's the best
as to
I've
what
got.
we're seeing.
And the only reason, and I didn't even notice the Lithonian in the throne room a minute ago, but the only reason I thought that is because we have seen these guys in human form before, and now none of them are in humans.
I won't bring it up again.
Bring
How
it
the
up
heads work.
Anytime you want.
I've been talking. I'm like trying to figure it all out, man.
Caleb, next week he's gonna show us this
chart
Charlie board with all the yarn.
I like how it's now become a Charlie board.
I like that.
That's for the kids. That's a good show.
I didn't even know you watched it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, cheers to that show. Ben.
Oh, did somebody get addicted to crack?
The best episode, the one where is like a take on the '80s ski mountain movie.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Oh my god!
Oh,
so
I think
funny.
you actually had us watch that one in between watching
episodes
Stranger Things
in front of a child.
Yep.
And I forgot that it has. It's not like you don't see any private parts, but there is a very graphic scene of Charlie fucking a woman in a hot tub, and it's long. And then I think it transitions to a bedroom, and it's a long sequence.
For those of you out there that don't know, we're talking about It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you cleared that.
I appreciate it. We avoided 4 tweets.
So yeah, secondary robot outfits that jump in the other robot outfits, which allows the 9 symbiotes to rise from their basic dining table chairs, that was also weird. Just these fucking chairs they were sitting in, and now they are a head or gun robot. I hope you got all that.
Mm-hmm.
Time for an intro sequence. Starting with the Target Masters, Cyclonus holsters Nightstick, Aimless arms Misfire, Caliburst is locked and loaded for Slugslinger, Blowpipe gets an itchy one for Trigger Happy, and Fracas puts one in the chamber for Scourge.
Good.
You like what I did there?
I like the name Fracas.
Spasma and Crunk become the heads of Apeface and Snapdragon, respectively, and Grax, Vorath, and Monzo partner up with Skullcruncher, Mindwipe, and Weirdwolf. So it's time to go start some shit.
Could you have a situation where they get things confused and a gun accidentally jumps onto a head and then just holding the head? That would be pretty cool.
That would be cool. Imagine. No horse, no name, no nothing.
That is the most. That is just for us.
We have a lot of those jokes that nobody else will get.
Yeah, his name's Mindwipe, the bat one, right?
Yeah.
Him and his little partner talk shit, and Mindwipe has to enslave him to make him work with him, which is funny because the people had the choice of the head they went into. I like the designs of the bad guy headmasters. I think they look very
Mm-hmm.
80s cool.
You know what? I just realized that your theory makes so much more sense because I thought they were climbing up into the Decepticons. They were climbing into the heads that became the heads of the Decepticons.
Yeah,
They weren't climbing into the Decepticons at all.
right.
Woo!
Oh, there's the ship.
I guess it wouldn't matter because they'd still be climbing into heads.
Yep.
Yeah, the Revenge is back and it drives.
Is it just driving on the
I
ground?
think I think the throttle bots are supposed to be driving it, like towing it on their backs.
Why?
You mean the Target Masters?
Whomever those guys are.
Who's the guy running in the front?
I think it's an animation error.
Why are they?
Oh, yeah.
Why are they towing
Have
the
the
ship around?
Autobots? Yeah, they don't make any sort of rather
So-
reference to having control of the ship,
I'm
right?
so confused.
Yeah, I don't know. We're on Nebulon. We've
Okay.
switched scenes. We're with the Autobots.
All right.
They're driving around or walking. Some of them are running, and the Revenge is with them for some reason. And they see Cerebros. He's in bad shape on the top of a cliff,
He falls down.
and he just falls off of it.
Yep.
But he's found a city. So we take that guy back to the cave and try to deduce what the fuck he's talking about. Was it the lost city of the Hive, perhaps, where they lived long before they moved underground? Guys, stop trying to give us more lore.
Well, it's a little foreshadowing.
Yeah, I get it.
Mm,
We
it's
gotta
good
know.
We
We got to know there's another thing that
There's
can
another
become a
city.
thing.
Shh.
What could they do
Don't
with
tease
that?
it too badly.
So what? What are you going to do with that city?
What about Spike and Cerebros? I don't know if that matters.
Probably not.
Nah. That was interesting in the books. That dynamic
More
was
interesting.
fucking weird.
Yeah.
Although it was Buster, I think. No, what? Or was
Well,
it
there was a
Spike?
whole other, there was originally a Nebulon, but he died, and Spike just happened to be there.
Yeah.
So he's like, "You're this guy now."
And then he mothballed Fort Max.
And also, Fortress Maximus wasn't a giant Titan.
No.
He was
He's just a
maybe
big
a
guy.
little bigger than other.
But then
other
Scorponok
guys.
wasn't either.
Right?
Yeah. They
True
were just
dat.
big guys.
Just big guys, which it doesn't make sense.
Nope.
That Scorponok is now either.
Is now what?
Wait a minute. No, there is a secondary guy for Scorponok too, isn't there? You have Zarok to the
To the
other
other
guy.
and then the guy to
But the
Scorponok's
difference
head.
is that Zarok is all of them,
Oh.
right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Because there is no Scorponok.
Right. He built
All
him
right.
out of the city.
We are not there yet.
Nerds will enjoy what we just talked about.
Sure they were.
Caleb looked confused.
You Marvel freaks.
I'm a nerd.
Whatever, fake fan. He looks lost. Keeping it going. We're back in the cave. They're trying to figure out what Cerebros is talking about, that whole Lost City of the Hive discourse. But the Decepticons show up.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have time to dive into that Lost City tangent. And now we go to commercial. And then we come back from commercial.
Yes, indeed.
And we've got new Decepticon headmasters and target masters. They attack. Brainstorm is enraged by the patent infringement.
He does want to sue somebody. Who? We'll never know.
The addition of the Decepticon target masters makes this battle burdensome. The Decepticons want that fucking key. Mindwipe uses his witchy powers to deduce that Brainstorm has the key, so Brainstorm gets all shot up. Nightstick and Crunk, and another guy I couldn't figure out who he was, race forward to strip the key from him. Brainstorm's partner, Arcana, realizes that the Decepticon partners are the Hive.
Mm-hmm.
He/Brainstorm grab Nightstick and scan him, and that'll come in handy later.
Oh, yes.
The key is delivered to Scourge. He wants to finish off the Autobots, but Fracas says Zarek told us to come back to the base. And Scourge is like, no, we got to kill these Autobots. But then Fracas turns himself on Scourge.
Mm-hmm.
He's in gun mode.
It's like this partnership is pretty contentious.
It is. Like, this illustrates the problem with Headmasters. Fracas wins the disagreement with Scourge, and so they leave.
Got it.
Bye! I don't want to give the Hive too much credibility, but they didn't just scan anything to make their Headmasters.
Well, they were already they were machine oriented and had telepathy and whatever.
Fair enough.
Imagine if this was the music for the show.
Every time I concentrate on the music, it really is funeral home music.
Well,
Pay your respects.
It is a little sad.
Doesn't he? He looks good. He looks good.
He really sewed his eyes shut. Well,
Don't he look good? No, he don't. His mouth's sewn shut. You see that?
Give you $5 if you touch him.
some people kiss a corpse. That
Yeah,
always
I
weirds
can't
me
do
out.
I can't wait.
Back in
So you
the
get kissed or you kiss.
Well, if I'm a corpse, it's not.
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
the
I
most
want to
play
be buried.
Ryan ever gets.
Here's how I want to be in the coffin.
He wants his mouth sewn open.
Yeah.
With his tongue sticking out. Okay.
One eye peaked,
Yes.
like that emoji.
Oh, God.
Back to the Nublonian cave. Brainstorm shares the scans with the boys and girl.
Mm-hmm.
We all know what he's thinking.
The
6 rebel sharpshooters, 6 Autobots. Let's do it.
I felt like this was really a missed opportunity where they could have cut to an 80s montage.
Yeah. So many opportunities lost. Hot Rod's twirling his gun around
Optimus Prime lands on the Nebulon surface
First.
outside the cave.
instead of crashing it.
Yeah.
The Target Master process has just been completed, so it's time to meet some new friends. Would you guys like to meet them?
Hey, yo.
Does Prime even know about all this?
No.
He's like, this would scare the hell out of me.
Or he'd be like, just as I was foretold.
Yeah, he'd like, right, even though he wasn't, he'd be like, oh, yeah, I knew about, yeah, this is all coming.
He's like he's an even shittier John Edward.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
this is the most literal prophecy that is close to something he's been told about the human
bond.
bonding
Yeah.
situation. We got Cup. Cup tucks recoil down his waistband. Blur and Haywire ride shotgun. Peacemaker becomes Point Blank's silver bullet. Sure Shot sticks to Spoil Sport. Firebolt shoots from Hot Rod's hip. Pinpointer looks down Crosshair's, well, you get it.
Mm?
And they all talk like, again, like Doc
Yeah.
boys.
I don't really like the voices for the Nebulon rebels. It's very incongruous to me. Like the Hive works, but these guys do sound like, yeah, I'll rub them out.
Yeah.
Some of them sound exactly like their partner.
Yes, they do.
At least one.
Like, man, you guys need to get some range.
Prime is impressed, but the key is in Decepticon hands, so we've got to go get it back.
This episode really is very Japanese anime in that we just keep escalating powers.
Yep.
I think it would have been funny if we got a complete reintroduction, like from early in the episode, to the headmasters. They just gloss over that part of it because we've already seen it. But Prime needs that. He's just like, all right, I get it. And the other guy.
Cups report.
Outside Hive City, the Decepticons are getting antsy, but their humanoid counterparts won't budge until Zarek completes whatever he's doing inside the city. Then Optimus Prime shows up with the other Autobots, and they are ready for that rematch. The battle commences, and the Decepticons discover that Autobots now have Target Masters too. So we get some booms, we get some zaps. Scourge is down. RC takes the key, and this time the Decepticons won't get it back.
It really is some plasma key hot potato going on. And it's changed hands.
Hot potato, keep away.
1, 2, like 4 times.
Monkey in the middle.
Where's she at? In the middle.
I don't know how to play that game.
Oh,
We'll
actually,
show you. Me and Aaron will show you.
Oh,
that
sounds
feels
filthy.
like a racist
It
name
does feel
for
a little bit.
game.
It's just because the word monkey's in there.
That's all.
I
It's-
bet you that's the etymology.
not.
though.
It's
I bet
could
that's the
be.
etymology. I think it is.
Oh, maybe it is. I don't know.
No, don't look it up.
You-
It doesn't matter. We're going to lose you for 10 minutes.
It's
No, you're
time that this time the Decepticons won't get it back.
That's right.
You are wrong. A voice booms as a purple and green metallic clump climbs from the catacombs. It changes shape, transforms into the all-powerful arachnid that we all know and love. Prepare to feel the sting of Scorponok.
The transformation starts, for me, very similar to Unicron transforming with like all the pistons and cogs
That's
and
good
gears.
stuff.
But then it immediately looks like rock garbage.
I bet you're right. That's the end of the episode.
Yep.
Talking about toys real quick. We pretty much summarized the Headmasters last time around. To no surprise, the Target Master line also popped off in the market in 1987 with the characters we see on screen. However, like the headmasters, most of their head sculpts are very different with the toy compared to what we see on screen. Meanwhile, in Japan, they got a couple extra molds. I meant to have this pulled up, but you can just visualize it. In addition to everybody we met today, there was Ricochet. Actually, its name was Stepper, but was renamed Ricochet when it was released in the U.S., which was a black and gold redeco of Jazz, and his pistol partner was called Nebulon, a.k.a. Nightstick. And then we had Artfire, that was a white and red redeco of Inferno, and he comes with his partner, Nightstick. So we have Nebulon, Nightstick, and then also, you may recall, Cyclonus's gun is named Nightstick.
Okay.
You're all called Nightstick.
Maybe he's just a gun slut.
And a Nightstick isn't even a gun.
Nope.
But
It's a nightstick.
if anybody still cares
I need to get a nightstick.
about this naming situation, Scourge and Cyclonus were not released as target masters in Japan, but Takara still sold the weapons and partnered with the Autobots Stepper, remolded Jazz, and Artfire, remolded Inferno. Takara carried their names over as well, one called Nightstick and the other called Nebulon, which is how Scourge's on-package bio referred to his partner. However, through error or design, the names were switched. The Nightstick lookalike was partnered with Stepper, and who was called Nebulon. Artfire's partner became Nightstick. But to the Japanese audience, this wasn't a problem because they weren't aware of all this. I know. But it gets worse. When Hasbro released a commemorative series Stepper as Ricochet in 2003, his partner Nebulon was given the corrected name of Nightstick. So now we've got a Decepticon Nightstick partnered with Cyclonus, an Autobot Nightstick partnered with Ricochet, and another Autobot Nightstick partnered with Artfire. All of that's from TF Wiki.
There are lots
by the
of
way.
names. You can just make up a name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like they've never given a shit about continuity before.
Yeah.
Just barely. Anywho, the Target Masters continued through 1988 with 6 more characters who had the gimmick of having 2 Target Masters each, which could be combined together or wielded independently. Also, we got the Seacons, which were marketed as Target Master Seacons. You may remember there were 6 of them rather than your typical 5 Scramble City-style team of the time, and each of the 5 smaller Seacons also, in addition to their Oceanic Animal mode, had a weapon mode. So they were triple changers. But after that, the concept died for a while, but Universe Cyclonus was released in 2008 with Nightstick. And then there were different, much less important iterations throughout time, but they reappeared G1 style with Masterpiece Rodimus Prime / Target Master
Nightstick.
I know, it's so funny. Firebolt is his guy's name. But Masterpiece Rodimus Prime / Target Master Hot Rodimus is the box for him. You may remember I talked about the Titans Return line, which is the revitalization of Headmasters that kicked off, I don't know, that was about 5-6 years ago.
Okay.
And they, in that line, they had taken the Target Masters and made them Headmasters. They basically made everybody Headmasters. Some of those eventually got re-released, and they made them true Target Masters, but they were also still Headmasters. So, like, Hot Rod was re-released and Cup was re-released, and they still had Headmaster components, but they also gave them Target Master weapons. All over the place. The Target Master concept continues to this day, or at least until relatively recently, starting with the War for Cybertron Siege line. The idea was rebranded as Battle Masters, and they sell little gun guys independently or as pack-ins with other figures. And as recently as 2022 and 2023, we've gotten updates to Point Blank and Needle Nose with their Power Master partners. So,
I
still partnering.
did have Hot Rod Target Master and also Sure Shot in a toy form.
I think I had the Cup Power Master.
Not Power Master, Target Master.
Or, yeah, Target Master. Fuck, I can't remember. I may have had Cyclonus.
I feel like that seems to ring a bell.
As far as new characters and voice actors, Firebolt, who is bonded to Hot Rod, was voiced, perhaps lazily, by Dick Gautier. Johnny Hamer, Caliburst on the scene as Recoil and Caliburst. Cullen stuck the knight and slang the slug. Nightstick and slinger.
Okay, yeah, I was lost on that.
Milt Jammin generated Grax and Aimless. Neil Ross stretched his talent with Monzo and Fracas. Fracas? What's the right way?
Fracas. Pronounce it
Okay.
Fracas.
Chuck Adler vocalized Vorath. Crunk stunk up Chris Lotta's career. Tony St. James stepped in to speak on behalf of Spasma. John Machida blew hard with Blowhard. These are getting good, right?
Yeah.
Stan Jones.
How tired were you when you wrote this?
Stan Jones voiced Vile Zealot Zarek with Zeal. It was about 2 o'clock in the morning. Peacemaker was pieced together by Steve Bulin. Frankie Welker put a pin in Pointer. Danny Mann always brought the office birthdays down. He was a real spoil sport. Rob Paulson slapped his bitch tits on Blur's buddy Haywire.
Good, good.
That's the best one.
Yeah.
So let's go to the...
In the real world.
The Rebirth Part 2 aired one day later, November 10th, 1987. In the American Top 40, we talked about Tiffany's I Think We're Alone Now last episode. So let's cover a fantastic song that was number 1 for 2 weeks in the summer of 87, Whitney Houston's I Want to Dance with Somebody,
Oh, yeah.
parenthesis, who loves me, close parenthesis. It's one of your wife's favorite songs, Aaron.
It's a fantastic song.
What do you know? Don't you talk about my
I
wife.
knew you were going to say
Don't
that.
you talk about my wife.
That's my wife. Is the lead single from her second studio album, Whitney. The song was praised for Houston's vocals, though there was some criticism that the musical arrangement was too close to How Will I Know, and Cyndi Lauper's Girls Just Want to Have Fun, which is fair. They do sound very similar.
It sounds like a mashup of
Yeah.
the two. I think it's its own thing.
Its own thing.
From watching that sketch many times with my Gen Z stepchildren, that sketch only resonates with people our age. They hate it.
Really?
I like how
Every adult loves it.
I like how we were all at my house when we watched that for the first time.
Were we really?
I'd seen it before.
Oddly, no, we saw it live.
I didn't.
Were you not there?
I think the first time I saw it was on YouTube because I don't watch
well,
SNL.
for whatever the case, we all were at my house for
Just trust him.
a Halloween party thing, and we happened to have Saturday Night Live on.
We haven't done
And
a Halloween party in forever.
well, this would have been in
Now I'm on Ryan's side.
this would have been in 2016 because that was released right before the elections, before the
right.
world went to shit.
Okay.
I don't remember.
So we were at my house watching it, and we were like, "This is crazy."
I think you had a dream.
Oh, I do have a dream.
Where you're going to get shot. That's what they do to people who have a dream.
Go ahead.
Still my segment. I made a stupid joke that derailed us. Okay. It is a fair criticism, especially since it was written by George Merrill and Shannon Rubicam, who also wrote Houston's 1985 hit, How Well I Know. Despite this, the song topped the charts in 18 countries, including Australia, Italy, Germany, and the UK. In the U.S., it was her 4th consecutive chart topper and is certified 7 times platinum. I Want to Dance with Somebody won Best Female Pop Vocal Performance at the 30th Annual Grammy Awards.
I
Cool.
like I Want to Know Better, personally. I feel like that's a better song, but I get the appeal of I Want to Dance with Somebody.
I think
I
I
just
like-
I Want to Know Better.
I think I like them both pretty equally.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see that lyrically, maybe.
I like
it's
the
better.
sound of it.
Number 1 at the box office. We're sliding a little bit into the next week with this number 1 box office hit, but top for 2 weeks in November of 1987 was Arnold Schwarzenegger's dystopian sci-fi action film, The Running Man.
Yeah.
Have you seen this, Aaron?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sure with you.
Probably. Directed by Paul Michael Glaser, it stars Schwarzenegger, Maria Conchita Alonso, Richard Dawson, Yaphet Kotto, and Jesse the Mind Ventura.
Richard Dawson is so greasy in this movie.
He's great. I would submit, and I think I have this note later, that he's the outstanding part of this film because it's pretty mediocre. This is the second film of 1987 starring 2 future governors, Schwarzenegger and Ventura.
Oh, snap.
The other being Predator.
Predator.
Set in the horrible future of 2017, which it was, the plot centers around a television game show where convicted criminal runners try to escape death at the hands of professional killers called stalkers, who are sent after them. The killers all have their own theme character, kind of like professional wrestlers or murderous American gladiators, which is probably a show nobody remembers.
I remember it.
I like it too. I need to watch that documentary about it on Netflix.
Yeah.
This movie is extremely loosely based on the 1982 Stephen King novel of the same name, which he published under Richard Bachman's pseudonym. It has a little more to do with the novel than the King adaptation of The Lawnmower Man, but barely. Like, barely. It got middling reviews, 66% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is fair. It's kind of unbalanced, kind of clunky. The dialogue's not very good. The Richard Dawson, who you may know from The Family Feud, before what's his fuck? Wasn't Drew Carey on The Family Feud for a while, and now it's Steve Harvey?
No, it wasn't Drew Carey. It was some other guy that I think killed himself.
Louis.
Well, no, Louis was on there, but
Anderson?
then there was another guy
Holy
in between
shit.
Louis and Richard Dawson.
All right.
And Louis is still alive. As
That's
far as
right.
I know.
He did not put a gun in his mouth.
John O'Hurley?
Yeah, did he kill
I
himself?
don't even know who that is.
He was on Seinfeld. I think he's still.
Oh, he was Peterman.
No, that's not who I'm thinking of.
How many hosts of this show were there?
I'm being very specific. Ray Combs
Um,
is the Family Feud host that,
Who's that?
killed himself. This guy.
Nope, don't know him.
He was a stand-up comedian, actor, game show host, and
Corpse.
reports of a disturbance. He destroyed most of the inside of his house. He'd been banging his head against walls.
Oh, Jesus.
He told the police he fell in the jacuzzi. Shortly after they arrived, his estranged wife Debbie arrived and informed that Combs was suicidal. Had spent the previous week in the hospital for a suicide attempt. He was taken by police, put on medical hold, but then the personnel discovered Combs hanging by his bed
Jesus.
sheets in the closet of his
You guys
room.
fucked up.
That must have been Epstein's
Yeah.
security guards. Yeah.
Wow, that's sad. Where the fuck am I? Okay.
Right.
Sorry for the darkness.
Richard Dawson did not hang himself. But yeah, for this movie, he's great. I think he steals every scene that he's in. And the film did accurately predict the use of deep fake video technology.
I think it accurately predicted reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhat prescient, but yeah, it is an average movie.
Yeah. A new adaptation of the novel was announced as in development as of early 2021, but that's probably fucking dead in the water.
By Stephen King or some other bozo?
What do you mean by him? He wasn't doing it.
Written by...
The novel was written by him.
I thought you said a new adaptation
Of the novel.
of the novel.
Into a film.
of the actual Stephen King story.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see what you mean.
But it's probably dead in the water because companies and film studios can't be bothered to pay their union members what they deserve. If you're listening 5 years from now, that's about the writer and actors strike.
It'd be cool if they got like Schwarzenegger back in the Dawkins role.
No, it would not.
Some kind of taste.
Ugh. That would be awful. And you love it! Fun facts of this
I guess
week.
that was a line from the movie.
That's what Richard Dawkins said. You love it, and you love it. Fun fact from this week in history. November 13th, Sonny and Cher performed together for their final time, singing I Got You, Babe, on the Late Night with David Letterman. The Late Night with David Letterman is what it's called, for sure. Aaron,
Totally.
do you remember when we karaoke'd that song at the Twin Oaks Christmas employee party?
I do.
I don't even know if you were working
We
there
got
yet.
mad props. I don't think I was.
I don't think so either.
I think I was
You were
just
my
your
date.
guest.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
I call it a guest. He calls it a date. Either way, we had sex. So
I don't know if that was the one where we did coke with the chef in the storeroom, but we did that one year. I did anyway.
I missed out on all.
I
the
don't
fun.
remember that.
Oh, it was awesome. The coke gets really high. It's great. Now it's all full of fentanyl.
Yeah, I
Fling
don't-
it, Neil.
bad stuff.
I didn't say it. That's the real world. Got a little really real at the end there.
Whitney Houston, Coke. She had
Dope,
problems.
dope, coke, smoke, smoke, smoke. Newport. It's a drug dealer on the corner.
Okay, and he also has Newports.
Hey, they're phasing out menthol, man.
Is that a fact?
Yep, they're
Oh,
they're gonna totally shut it down pretty soon.
Damn.
Yeah, it's weird.
All menthol smokers are gonna have to
They're
move to
pretending
vaping.
like it's to prevent kids.
Kids hate menthol. Well, I don't know. Kids smoke cigarettes, so what's the difference? I don't know why I'm looking at Caleb, and Caleb's looking at me like, why are you looking at me?
He looks like that cat clock. His eyes are just going back and forth.
Script deviations.
Well, I'll just like to say I'm sorry. The script deviations aren't terribly robust here at the end. There's not a ton of stuff on this. I'll try to find something fun for part 3. But as we said, David Wise wrote all 3 of these episodes. He was also a huge Doctor Who fan, which is why he tried to insert the idea of reversing polarities every time he could. And also, that line, exterminate, said in the Hive when they're watching the Autobot Headmasters, that's a Dalek thing from Doctor Who. Though I've never watched any Doctor Who.
I haven't either.
West has seen some.
People like it.
Yep, it seems very popular. Season 5. We got another update on Tommy.
Oh, good.
Tommy meets with Power Master Optimus Prime in the barren wasteland, and Prime asks what Tommy wants to be this week. A computer engineer? A galaxy patrolman? He's just trolling this kid at this point. Tommy reminds him that all he wants to be is a headmaster. He insists that the headmasters were the Autobots' coolest idea ever, and wants to know more about their origin. Despite hearing all the hardships the Hardmasters went through, and Hardmasters.
Viagratron.
That is my my sadist name whenever I put on the mask.
Hurt me, hard master.
Oh, Daddy. Tommy still cannot be dissuaded. Prime reluctantly offers him a deal. I'll give you $1 million to sleep with your wife. If the deal... Whoa, no. If by the end of the story, Tommy still wants to be a headmaster, he will make him one. Tommy enthusiastically accepts the terms, like a real cuck, and watches as Optimus blasts off, promising to return and transform his day into an adventure. So he just left him.
He left him like everything
Like
else.
he does, yeah.
Prime leaves a lot.
I gotta say, he's got coke habit.
Yeah, something's going on.
I gotta say, Tommy is like giving some obsessive vibes here, and Prime is just a tease. He just likes teasing this boy.
Yeah, where are the parents? Not around.
And that's Tommy and Prime.
Does he ever
Become one? I'll have to tune in next time.
Okay.
How are you guys liking this scheme so far?
Let's see what I wrote. I didn't write anything.
I think the Hive is doing a good job of keeping up with
Well, it's interesting
this escalations going on here.
because the Hive took the headmaster idea, improved it into Target Masters, and I guess the Autobots didn't improve it. They just took that idea, too.
Right.
So far,
Decepticons are innovators.
yeah,
They always...
the schemes are working, but it's becoming this arms race.
Yep.
So we'll see where that ends up.
And now we have a
I should call it
city-sized
a head race instead of an arms race.
Oh, I see.
I'm with you.
Okay,
Yes, let's call it that.
head race.
Wildcat.
I mean, I don't know how you can take this up a notch.
Well, we got a hint.
We did get a hint. But that was just like a block of metal coming through the ground.
Just a big
It turned
block
into
It
a
was flying.
scorpion.
It turned into a scorpion.
So
That seems scary.
But I don't know.
You're gonna
how
feel
that
the sting.
ups things, but we'll see.
We can. I'm the ghost of the iconic moment.
You know, I wrote Vector Sigmo's cool to see again, but for my money, it's Scorponok. I always really liked Scorponok. The design and the whole thing was very cool
It is
in every iteration.
the coolest Titan class robot, in my opinion. Makes the Metroplex look like a piece of shit.
Metroplex is not that interesting.
Triptychon's pretty cool.
Yeah? He's
Bad
not
guys,
in this.
man. Bad guys have the design down.
You think Triptychon feels really jealous now?
That's his I'm jealous growl.
Yep.
I wrote down sort of tangential to yours, Alpha Trion. It's always good to give him some screen time. I like Alpha Trion. I did think it was weird just how much information he had. How do you know all this?
He just, yeah. Well, I guess he's the prophet for Vector Sigma.
At this point.
I think he's making it all up on the fly.
Now, let's get you on this E-meter.
Scientology joke?
Yep. You got to get a floating needle.
You know, Danny Masterson was just convicted for rape.
Yeah.
You know, he was a clam.
I don't know what that means.
It's a Scientology thing. We're all clams. We evolved from clams. That's what they think. Oh, my God. 1 million years ago. The weepies and the boohoos. That's the thing, too. You got to get rid of those. Your Ingrams.
Oh my God, I don't know what's happening.
That's what the meters try to identify for you, right?
So meter is more about like you get a floating needle, which means you flattens the curve, I think is what it's called. But basically they ask you questions until you don't react anymore is the idea. The meter doesn't do anything. It measures something, but it's not real.
I was thinking it measures your thetans.
I don't think so.
Which are the souls of the past alien civilizations that are inside your body.
Thetans are in everything.
And suppress you from your true potential.
Yeah. I think it's separate from that. I don't even think you know about thetans if you're getting the E-meter. Thetans are not like until level like 8, OT8, I think.
Oh,
by that time, you're like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I've gotten all this free knowledge. Thanks, Wikipedia and a Rolling Stone article from 2009.
My iconic moment. Oh, God, there's just so much going on.
Was it the introduction
I feel like
of
Caleb
Firebolt?
I think Caleb may have hit a wall.
I'm working on it, guys. I'm trying. I don't know when Daniel kind of comes to inside RC's head.
He does say something sweet. He's like, I feel like we're getting closer.
Well, yeah, they are. He's literally inside her head.
Who knew there was all that space in there?
I understand. There's nothing. It's empty in there.
Yeah.
He just looks at her eyes.
Yeah, that was weird.
So they have to build the control panels in the head. I guess that's the conceit.
So.
They had to because you would have to do some engineering to make it transformable.
Sure. Yeah. Seems like these Nebulons use a lot of technology that they seem to hate with the Hive. I mean, the Hive.
Yeah.
That's my.
They hate machines, but they have machines.
Yep. Maybe they hate sentient machine. No, because they hate whatever. It doesn't matter. Next time on the Autopod Decepticast.
Autobots scatter at Scorponok's onset, but the battle bides for key to Cybertron's resurgence. That was pretty jumbled. Maybe I meant the key. I don't know. I'm not redoing it. Join us,
Kiki,
for the official end of G1 in the United States of America. Yo, Joe.
I don't know why you're invoking G.I. Joe.
This episode's very everything's weird and confusing right now.
I didn't think this
You
episode was
spiked my
confusing
drink
at
with
all.
psychedelics.
Yeah, you're going to be riding that snake in about 20 minutes.
Oh, no.
I think there's lots of confusing things. Vector Sigma told Galvatron, I guess, to initiate the Golden Age. That's what had to be done.
Told Galvatron to do that?
Yeah, he told the Decepticon. Well, he didn't tell him necessarily, but he let the Decepticons discover the plasma key.
Jesus.
The idea of the plasma key.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So if it failed and it was all on the Autobots, then why couldn't you pin it on Vector Sigma? You told Galvatron about that key.
Because that's part of the... If he didn't do that, the Golden Age wouldn't happen, and you have to have faith.
Well,
and
if
you
I
have
was
to make sure that key doesn't get destroyed.
If I was Vector Sigma, I would have told Alpha Trion. Could we just leave out that part about how I told the Decepticons about
Oh, yeah, don't tell him. Hey, stop telling him that.
Because this doesn't work out. They're going to be mad at me.
It seems really manipulative. Shut up.
Give, my fellow Decepticons! Give till it hurts!
All right. Well, thank you all for listening. If you feel like throwing some shekels our way, we invite you to check out the Patreon page at autopoddecepticast/Patreon, where you can see different levels of benefit, including the legendary Booty Box. Thanks for helping me out there.
I purposely wanted to see what would happen.
Can check that out. Patreon.com/AutopodDecepticast. Or you can go to the store at AutopodDecepticast/store. Check our merchandise out. And
peruse our wares.
You can buy us a drink. How does that work? And for how many doll hairs?
5 at PayPal. No. At APODcast on PayPal. Give us those $5 and tell me what you want me to make, and I will make it on a show.
If you want a toast of podcast
It
and your
happened.
credit don't
Last time.
sting, then reach inside your wallet now and buy us a drink.
There it is.
Stars, ratings, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Check it out.
5 stars, please, wherever you can rate podcasts. Go ahead and rate that podcast.
Chat with us on the internet, the world wide web.
How you feeling, Albania?
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of them at APODcast. And if you'd like to join the patrons, again, I'll say it a third time, autopod./Patreon. Or what is it? It's Thailand? No. Thailand. Where
Malaysia.
Are we? Malaysia, yeah.
Malaysia coming up.
Mm-hmm.
We're rising through the
We're
ranks in Malaysia.
53 or something like that.
Yeah, we're coming up, baby.
Dough for Joe.
Oh, my God.
How many stupid ass hustles can we make?
So many. I think we can at least get.
Bye, everybody.
Oh, see you guys
Bye,
later.
Bye.
Good episode. I still need to do work for our upcoming episode. I bet you do.
Put it where it doesn't belong.
Aye, Poppy.
Cells is the sponsor of Autopod Decepticast. Yes.